welcome to yet another episode of Let's Go Farming. My name is Mutinta Nyanga, and today our focus is on maize growing. We are at Mr. Godfrey Mavunga, who is a maize farmer, and he's just going to be explaining to us about his journey of maize growing. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Sami Fisheries, a home of variety. We farm catfish, tilapia, fingerlings, poultry, and livestock. At Sami Fisheries, we work as a community in order to contribute to Zambia's food basket. Our produce markets beyond Livingstone. We are found in Livingstone at plot number 4993/4994 off Mosotunya Road along Maramba River. For details, you can call us on 0977 78 6175 or 0978 03 3582 or email us at samsimango@hotmail.com.
Mr. Mavunga, I'm very excited that we are here at your farm. Thank you for having us.
No, you are fine. I'm very fine, madam. You are welcome. Yeah, this is Mr. Mavunga's garden. Yes. Although some people they call it a farm, that to myself this is just a small thing.
Oh, it's very big to be called a garden. This is a farm.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So can you tell us your journey? When did you start farming and why did you prefer doing maize?
Okay, for me, I developed the interest of farming when I was still young. At the age, I think by then I was in grade 4 or 5. Okay. Being the last born in the family, my mother, she was a gardener. Oh, nice. So most of the time, I used to be close to her. Okay. So she's the one who taught me how to do gardening. So from that time, I just developed that interest up to now. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so now why did you choose maize? Was your mother maize gardener or what? Why did you specifically choose to grow maize?
For me, my mother was doing a vegetable garden. Okay. Now for me, I go to this maize growing because one, it doesn't involve more labor. Okay. Then it's not expensive to maintain.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's go into details. As a maize farmer, what should someone need first of all to start farming maize? What should someone need?
Yeah, you don't need a very big area if you are a beginner. Okay. Yeah, you need just a lima. You start with a lima because a lima you can manage it. Okay. As you grow, as you get.
So a lima, to someone out there who doesn't understand what a lima is, it's more like a garden.
A lima is 50 by 50 meters. Okay. Area 50 meters, 50 by 50 meters. That is a lima. Oh. Sure.
Yes, please. You can go on, continue.
Yeah. Then from a lima, you start expanding. Yeah. Because you can't start from top. No, you have to start from bottom.
From top
then
going down, going up.
You start going up,
like
the way I've started. Yes. With me, I started with just a lima. Now, right now, as you can see, this is almost a hectare. Now, again, I need to increase, maybe to 2 or 3 hectares. Sure.
Okay. So, when it comes to planting maize, what should someone do? What should someone need for them to plant maize?
Yeah, for maize, as I've told you in the first place, it's a very simple crop to grow because it doesn't attacked by many diseases like tomatoes. Because for tomatoes, you need fungicides and you need to spray nearly every week. Now for maize, we are only facing a problem of armyworms. Now for armyworms, we just spray when the maize is about 30 centimeters. Then from there, when it grows up to maybe 1.5, then it ends. If you spray twice, then that's all. Okay. Sometimes we do spray even 3 times. So that to prevent the armyworms to attack the maize itself.
All right. So now you are talking about the crop here, which has already grown. Now I want you to explain to the viewers, especially to a beginner, how someone should grow maize. What do you need to do? When you're digging a hole, is it supposed to be near to each other? How many seeds of maize do you need to put like that before it comes to this stage? So let's start stage by stage.
Yeah, that is
the first step of growing maize. What should someone do?
That is a very good question. Yeah, you start by preparing the land. Like for myself, I just dig where there are some lines. Just mark some lines, then I dig, because with maize, it's not a problem. Yeah, you can just make some lines. Then from there, you plant together with the decompound.
Okay. And if you don't have decompound?
You can still use the manure, this like cow dung, or these organic fertilizers. You have to soak first the seeds, maybe for 24 hours.
The maize seeds?
The maize seeds, you soak into water. Organic solution.
Okay. And if you don't soak the maize, what happens? If you just plant them directly?
No, for organic, you have to soak first.
Okay, whether you like it or not.
Whether you like it or not, you have to soak it for 24 hours. Then after that, you plant. Then you have to germinate very fast.
So that's for them to germinate fast.
Fast, and it will look very, very nice.
Very attractive.
Very attractive, yes, to your eyes.
Okay.
So after that, when it starts growing, you continue maybe about 2 to 3 times using the same organic. Okay. Then you end there.
That's if you don't have fertilizer.
That is if you don't have fertilizer.
Okay.
In fact, with us farmers, we want to go to organic because there are so many benefits. Okay. It doesn't destroy
and what
your
benefits
soil.
are those?
The benefits, it improves your soil. The fertility in the soil, it improves. Then with this, the difference with the chemical fertilizers, they leave what we call acids in the soil. So whereby if you want to get rid of those acids, you need to apply what we call agricultural lime. Yeah, now it's expensive looking at things nowadays. Yeah, so better you go for organic. Okay. Yeah.
For now, let's go for a short break. We'll be back shortly.
Welcome to Sami Fisheries, a home of variety. We farm catfish, tilapia, fingerlings, poultry and livestock. At Sami Fisheries, we work as a community in order to contribute to Zambia's food basket. Our produce markets beyond Livingstone. We are found in Livingstone at plot number 4993/4994 off Mosotunya Road along Maramba River. For details, you can call us on 0977 78 6175 or 0978 03 3582 or email us at samsimango@hotmail.com.
Welcome back. You're still watching Let's Go Farming, and today we are looking at maize growing. I'm with Mr. Mavunga, who is a maize farmer. Before we went on a break, you are talking about if someone is using organic manure, how to plant maize using organic manure. But now, how about fertilizer? If someone has got artificial, you call it artificial fertilizer?
Yeah, that is chemical.
Chemical
fertilizer.
See, I'm learning. Chemical fertilizer. Yeah. So how can one plant maize using chemical fertilizer?
Yeah, when you when you start planting, we plant together with fertilizer.
Okay.
That is decompound.
Okay, so organic you put first.
You soak
it
for 24 hours.
Yes. Then for
chemical, you just apply direct.
Together. Yeah, you put a seed. You put.
No, not to put in the same place with the seed. No. First, like the way I do it, I put the seed, I bury, then I put the fertilizer on top. Or just on top, yes. Okay. Yeah. So then, for spacing, I just want to emphasize on the spacing. Okay. That's where people get stuck, most of the people.
Okay, so meaning spacing when planting?
Yeah. For the rows, it has to be between 75 to 90 centimeters.
Okay. Why is that so?
So that your crop will have more feeding area.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
Nutrients.
Even the crops, they grow very big.
Okay.
Then for plants, it should be between 27 to 30 centimeters.
Okay.
Yeah. Then if you just follow that procedure, you are going to have a very good crop. Even the maize will grow very nice, very attractive.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after you have, that is when you planted, you have applied the decompound. After 3 to 4 weeks, you apply what we call urea.
Okay, now the maize germinates.
It germinates when it is actively growing. You apply urea.
Okay, so that's for chemical fertilizer.
Yeah, that is for chemical fertilizer.
And for an organic farmer?
Organic, you just apply maybe 2 to 3 times when it is actively growing.
Okay,
then it ends
manure.
there. That is for organic manure. Yeah. Now for cow dung, you just apply once. Because for cow dung, it works sometimes for 3 years in the soil. Yes. That's the goodness with the organic.
Okay, so in short, you're encouraging farmers, that especially the new ones, to go
those
organic.
with the cattle, it's better they use. That's why you see most of the farmers with cattle, they use cow dung. And it improves the soil. It even eradicates the acids in the soil. That's the other benefit of cow dung.
All right.
Yeah.
So you have talked of planting. When should someone start weeding? At what stage should you now start weeding your
immediately
maize?
the weeds appear in your field. You must start. Now for me, since we are following this technology, we don't use this.
Everything is technology.
Everything is technology. So we buy what we call weed killers.
Okay.
Weed killers, there are 2 types. There is what we call selective and non-selective. A non-selective, which means it can eradicate any green thing.
Including your maize?
Including your maize.
Wow.
That is non-selective.
So long it's green.
Now for selective, there are those weed killers for maize. You use selective for maize. They even indicate. And when you are going to buy, you've got no idea, it's better you ask the agro dealers. They will still explain to you.
So what happens? You need to spray on the weed, then it dies out?
Yeah, it dies out.
Oh, okay.
Like the way I did that side.
All right. But is it not harmful to your crop?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
All right. Now let's talk about the season when you need to plant the maize.
Yeah.
Is it year round, or you need to wait for rain season? Please explain to us what happens.
Now for maize, you can do it all year round. Now between June and January, that's when you can make more profit.
Why?
Because that time there are few farmers who do maize because there is no water. Some they don't have water to water their maize. You take advantage. Yes. Now during rainy season, anyone can grow because there is abundance of water everywhere. Yes.
There is water.
There is water. And the prices during rainy season, they drop.
Okay.
Now this time, we are selling at 3 kwacha. That is order price.
Okay.
Sometimes if you come retail, it's 4, 5, and 6. You see.
Yeah.
So you make more profit during this time.
Yeah. And in rain season, you say what 1 kwacha.
1 kwacha, 2 kwacha. A very big kobu, you say what 2 kwacha. But all the same, profit is still there. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. There's no problem.
All right.
Sure.
So now tell us, we have planted, you have done the weeding. So moving forward, how can now one have a good harvest? What's there needed? Or is it when you just weed, it's fine, you forget about it?
Yeah, once you weed your field, you continue with these chemicals which kills the armyworms. Because right now we've got armyworms. That is the main challenge. Even some farmers, they've got no idea of the type of chemical to use. Because there are so many chemicals for armyworms. But some, they are not very powerful. Okay. But some, they are very powerful. So you have to identify which ones to use.
Or is it that even when armyworms have got different types?
Yeah, they are.
So maybe
I
it's,
think
it's,
in
if
me,
it's
I
type
just know
B,
one
if you
type.
spray maize for armyworm for type C, then it will not die.
Now for that one, I've got no idea.
Okay.
Maybe
All right.
the experts.
Okay. So
Yeah.
armyworms, people should look out for armyworms. You say.
Armyworms, yes, because they are the ones which destroys your crop.
Okay.
So once you get rid of the armyworms, then your crop will look nice. Even when selling,
Yeah.
once it is attacked by armyworms, you'll be forced to reduce the price.
Okay.
Because people, they won't buy.
Yeah.
They'll be complaining, oh, your maize is damaged, see, there are some worms, what. Now you have to make sure you spray, you get rid of the armyworms. Your crop should look very attractive, so that even someone, just by looking, you'll be
Forced to buy, whether it's
forced to
kwacha
buy
or 10 kwacha.
or 10 kwacha.
All right.
Because of the attractiveness of the crop.
All right.
Sure.
For the maize, do we have different types? Because I do see sometimes you may find a cob which is very big, and again a smaller one. Are there any types? How many types do we have? in
Yeah,
Fatwa with-
that is a very good question, madam. We've got early maturity,
Okay.
we've got medium maturity, then late maturity.
Okay.
Late
Early
There is very early,
Oh.
very early,
Uh-huh.
early,
Uh-huh.
medium, and late maturity.
Okay. And
Now-
very late.
Yeah,
just
very late, just late maturity.
Okay. All right.
Now for late maturity, that's where you get very big ones.
Oh.
Now the only disadvantage with late maturity, it needs a lot of water.
Okay.
Most regions like Copper Belt, that's where you can, if it's rainy season, Copper Belt, Northwestern, Wapura, that's where you can grow that type,
Okay.
the late maturity.
Alright.
Now for us in Southern Province, we go for very early or early maturity.
Okay.
And for us gardeners, we go for very early.
All right.
Reason, they mature fast.
Okay.
Then you sell, you get money fast. Now if you grow very early, you continue watering. and the
1
labor will
year.
be increased
1 year watering.
for the maize to get mature, you see.
Okay.
That's the difference.
All right.
Then again, the other thing, we go for these varieties which produce 2 cobs per plant,
Okay.
because you have more profit. Let's say for a
So
hectare,
one plant, 2
you
cobs or
have
3
2,
cobs.
not 3, mostly it's just 2.
Okay.
Because for very early maturity, per hectare you get about between 45 to 60,000 plants.
Wow.
Now let's say you have 50, 50 by 2, that is 100 automatically.
You are rich.
Then 100 by 3 kwacha, that is 300.
Yeah.
Just
very
from
rich. One plant.
1 hectare, 1 hectare.
One
That
hectare
is
is
100 by 100 meters. You get that much.
Yeah.
Uh,
Wow.
Sure.
Interesting. Okay. Now, you are a commercial farmer. For someone out there who want also to start farming and become a commercial, so you are a commercial farmer. So for someone out there also who wants to start selling their products, what can you tell them? Because for the maize, you said if you want to have money, you need to make sure between June
And October.
October,
You
where
plant. Let's
when
say
there's no
October,
rain,
that
you
will be
make
your
more
last month.
profit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, you
when
make
can
more profit. So now, how do you do
In
that?
fact, time of selling, that is June to January.
Yes. So now, how do you do that? How can they make sure that they have good crops all year round?
So you have to divide your field. Yeah, let's say you put in portions.
Okay.
Let's say you start with the number 1 block.
Okay.
You plant maybe 2,000. You go to the second block, 2,000 or 3,000.
Okay.
Or up to, depending the size of your field. You just divide it so that you continue supplying to your customers.
Okay. So in short, you don't plant at once.
No, you don't plant it once. Because with the fresh maize, once you plant it once,
Yeah.
if the market is not okay, they will get it dry, then you make a loss. Have you seen?
Yes.
Now I'll give another example between selling fresh maize and dried maize.
Yes.
Fresh maize, you get per hectare.
Okay.
If you are selling at 3 kwacha, let's say you have 50,000 plants.
Okay.
Then you go to, that is the type which produces one cob per plant.
Yeah.
that is 150.
Okay.
Now for those double
Dry maize?
cobbing, it's 300.
Yes,
Now
that's
for
fine.
dried maize, mostly with us, with our management,
Yes.
maybe you get 150 bags or 200 bags per hectare. Let's say if it's 200 bags by the current price for food reserve agency,
Yes.
which is 180. Is it 180? By 200, you get how much? That is
A lot.
36. About 36,000.
Yes.
Now if you compare 36 to 150, there's a big gap. You
So
know,
in
there's
short,
big
you're
difference.
saying fresh maize is more profitable.
It's more
to
profitable than the dried
dried-
ones.
Ah,
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you're
that's the
encouraging
difference.
farmers to sell. fresh
No,
maize.
they, we need the food security.
Yes.
Because once we all concentrate on the fresh maize, then the country will have no food.
Yeah.
People will starve.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
or in short, when it comes to maize, there's no loss. You can do fresh maize
Or
when it
dried,
when
yeah.
it dries.
No
you also
problem.
sell
You
dried
can
maize.
still sell, then you make profit.
Okay. So as we wind up, Mr. Godfrey, away from armyworms, what other diseases should a maize farmer look out for?
Mostly it's armyworms
Okay.
for maize.
All right.
Maize. That's why with maize it's very easy to grow maize. There are less diseases,
Okay.
sure.
Only one.
And if you have got small capital, it's better you go for maize.
Okay.
Don't go for tomatoes. You are going to
Maize.
make a very big loss.
Okay.
Because tomatoes, they need a lot of, it's very involving.
Okay.
You need the poles, you need the wires, you need people to help you. Like a hectare, you can't do it alone.
Oh
A
yeah.
hectare, you need not less than 10 people per hectare. Now with maize, have you seen? I'm
Yeah.
just doing it alone.
Yes.
And at least there's something.
I've seen.
You've seen something, eh?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Very encouraging.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So as we go, what is your message to the would-be farmers out there?
Yeah, my message, most especially to youths. For youths,
Okay, look at them.
yeah. For youths, please try by all means to become a farmer. Well, if you want to make good money, farming, that's where you can make a lot of money than any other business. Because with farming, you get more than 100% profit. And then I'm appealing to the government, most especially to His Excellency, our President, HH. If they can organize the national service, then they not really employing youths, but just to train them, let's say for 2 years. Then they are given settlements.
Okay.
Then they start, once they acquire enough knowledge, then they start on their own. Then even us who are in the private sector, like myself, I'm ready to train those who've got interest. Yes. Then the other thing again, I'm appealing to the president.
Again.
As you have seen what I'm doing, I'm capable of running a commercial farm. I must graduate. This is just about a hectare. So if our president is listening, me, I need land. Let the government do something so that I also help the government to employ more youths. Because what I'll be doing, in fact, that is my idea I started a long time ago.
Yes.
Once I employ some people, if not really employing, but just to teach them.
Yes.
Once they get enough knowledge, then they start on their own. They continue. So that once we have got more youths involved in agriculture, then even the economy is going to improve. Yeah. Then these businesses, they are given what you CDF.
Yes.
Some they just squander the money. Better they go to national service there, they are trained. Then once they are given those settlements, then they can give them, or they buy some inputs for them, so that they continue
Farming.
farming. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because with farming, I can assure you, you'll never go wrong. Yeah, even the president knows. He's a farmer, our president. That's why us farmers, we are proud to have him as a president.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so we know our future is very bright.
Very bright. Bright indeed. Thank you so much for having us,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mavunga.
Welcome, madam.
Okay.
Sure.
That's all we could accommodate for you on this particular episode. Thank you for watching. See you next time.